Yeah, just give me all of the respect. I use your reverence as a reward. They know that I got the power and they looking at me like the source. Take my throne, boy, stop that. I'm on my hill, can't top that. You take this L, yeah, rock that.
Driven deep in the right center field. That ball is. Makes a leaping play. Yankees making a statement. Comes into third. There's one. There's two. There. It's a triple play. The 2-1. High fly ball. Deep right center. There it goes. See ya.
Ooh, what it do, Yankees universe, KOD nation, stand up, and all you DJs, wake up and get your coffee. Welcome to this Thursday, December 29th episode of the Yankees Morning Brew. I am your host, Hector. Yankees fans, Yankees universe, how we doing? We only got a few more days before the new year starts, so this will be the last Yankees Morning Brew for 2022. And like I said on the last show, like I said to end the last show, I appreciate everybody, all the new subscribers, all the new followers, everybody who contributes to the show. Just like now when we do the roll call, shout out my man Anthony Medina from La Isla. Anthony, what it do? My man Tyler Talbot, I see you, Tyler. Mikey Maz on the Fort Train Express. Mr. Bradley Jewish is in the building. Bradley, hope all is well, my man. G-Man, what is good, baby? G-Man for life, what is good, my mans? Hope all is well, everybody. Oh, I got Jay in the chat. What it do, baby? Salute. Good morning. 3 capital S's to everybody. Just so you guys know, on the last show, I did say at 11:30 today, the open panel will be out there. And yes, it will be. We'll do the open panel at 11:30. I just want to touch on a few subjects before we continue, before we go forward. First and foremost, you guys see the name in the video, right? I mean, you guys see the the name of the video, the title of the video. Anthony Volpe, the Volpe from New Jersey. Possibility that he is the starting day shortstop for these New York Yankees. My brother Jigga Man Porter was in the building. Jigga Man, what it do, baby? Listen, make sure you guys tune in tomorrow. Get Yanked 4 p.m. on the NYY News TV. Speaking about NYY News TV, shout out to everybody from NYY's News TV. Shout out my brother Pete Simonetti. Shout out to Jira and everybody over there. Shout out my man Ruben. And shout out to Felix, too, from NYY News. Blue, that's my boy Blue. Blue, what it do? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Absolutely, Blue. That's my boy Blue. But yeah, the possibility of Anthony Volpe being an opening day starter, right? Apparently, he has a chance. According to Michael Kay, Anthony Volpe, after the season end, he was talking to his father, talking to his parents, telling them how he's gonna let his body rest, take some time before he ramps it up to start his off-season workout. But apparently, he had a conversation, a phone call with Mr. Brian Cashman. Yes. Brian Cashman, who said, listen, this spring training coming up, you have a possibility to do what you got to do. And what happened? Anthony Volpe heard that, got off of the phone, and went right to the gym right afterwards. His father was calling him, was like, what are you doing? He's like, listen, Pops, I can't mess this opportunity up. I got a chance to be the opening day shortstop. I'm going to go work out and bench press some cows. So let's see what happens in spring training. When it comes to the shortstop position, whether it would be Volpe, whether it be Peraza, whether the Yankees go out there and sign someone or make a trade, we don't know. But when it comes to signing people, the cupboard is getting very, very bare from that point. It's not that many people left to sign. You do got Carlos Correa still floating out there. His deal with the Mets hasn't been made official yet. They're still working the back channels. Apparently, the Mets are trying to work something into the contract to cover them when it comes to insurance. Probably trying to take less years away. Probably trying to take less money also. So we don't know. Shout out to Uncle Tats. Uncle Tats is in the building. Unc, what's good? My man Blue says, hopefully Volpe cuts down his swing. When it comes to Volpe and his swing, yeah, I know exactly what you mean, Gold, because it seems like he's loading up a little bit. But when it comes to Volpe, listen, let's see what happens in spring training. Because if Anthony Volpe has an amazing spring training, hits over 400 or 350 in spring training, the job could probably be his. But I do have some worries. My only worries is Anthony Volpe had like just a little bit over 100 at-bats in AAA last year. Right? I'm going to need Anthony Volpe to get a few more at-bats in AAA. Just me personally. If the Yankees think that he's ready, copy. Let's throw him out there, see if he's ready. But I think Anthony Volpe probably needs an additional 50 to 75 more at-bats. If we were to do the math, 4 divided by 50 is what? What's the math? New York City public school system is amazing. 75 divided by 4, thinking about 4 at-bats a game. So at least anywhere from 15 to 20 games in the minors, right? 4 at-bats divided by 75 is about 18.75, 18 games. So anywhere from 15 to 20 extra games in AAA just to get those at-bats under his belt before coming up to the big leagues. And you guys know how front offices love to manipulate contracts, right? Love to manipulate players' time. So I can see the Yankees saying the job is his after he completes a couple more weeks of work in the minors in AAA. So I can see if Anthony Volpe has a tremendous spring training and the Yankees still say, listen, we're going to send him down just to polish a few things off and bring him up. And we all know when they say just to polish some things off, we know they mean to manipulate that player's time before they gets up to the big leagues. Shout out my brother Steve Schumann, Mr. Stevie. Hope all is well, Stevie. Happy Hanukkah as well, brother. New Year's is coming up, Steve. Happy New Year's as well, brother. Steve is one of the OGs, one of the first people to ever interact. He actually jumped on the open panel, had a great conversation. Steve actually put us into perspective when it came to the 62 home runs and what Roger Maris's chase for 61 meant back in the day. So, Steve, appreciate you, my brother. Hope all is well. Jacob P is in the building. Jacob, what it do, baby? Salute, G, 3 capital S's. But we got to see what happens. Whether the Yankees, it is December 29th. Also as well, before I continue, because I was about to bring up spring training, I had a great interview and a great conversation with Mr. Rob Brantley. Yes, that Rob Brantley from the New York Yankees, from the Yankees minor league system and from the Yankees major league system. Rob Brantley, amazing individual, took time yesterday to have a conversation with us at the end of our sports hour. I will be posting some video from it the next episode of the Yankees Morning Brew. And talking about the next episode of the Yankees Morning Brew, next week, Thursday, we will be having on my man Joe from The Shift. So make sure you guys tune in next week to my man Joe from The Shift and myself. We'll be having a great conversation. I can't wait to have the convo with Joe. It's one of those Yankee content creators that I've been looking forward to having a conversation with. But it's December 29th, right? We got about, 40-something, if not 40 days before pitchers and catchers report to spring training. The Yankees need to do something when it comes to left field. And I know this conversation is getting tiresome, but we have to do something. With all the rumors that's going around, and we're going to talk about the rumors, whether the rumor be Carlos Correa. Let me guys know in the chat what you guys think. I know we spoke about it on the last show, but the possibility that the Yankees could get back into the conversation with Carlos Correa. Jigga Man said, can we have a serious topic on the panel today? Heck, can we discuss pineapple on pizza? If it's a yes or no. Honestly, it's 100% no. No way, Jose. You know, I used to work at America's first pizzeria in Little Italy, Soho area, called Lombardi's. Probably some of the best pizza I ever had. We never put pineapple on pizza. Never put pineapple on pizza. The amount of people that will come to us and ask for pineapple on the pizza, I just don't know. For me, a pineapple on a pizza, it's a big no. Whatever language you want to say, what do you want to say in Spanish, Italian, French, whatever you want to say, it's still the same 9. All right, from the Russians, 9. Was that German? I really don't know. But whatever it is, a no, a big fat no. Thank you, Tats. Thank you. Pizza blasphemy. Honestly, people who put pineapple on their pizza, they got a little bit of something wrong in their head. Childhood trauma, whatever your childhood trauma is, just know I'm here to talk to. But whatever you do, do not put pineapple on the pizza. Like Tats said, it is pizza blasphemy. My man Blue said that's a nasty. Anthony Medina, damn you, pineapple on pizza. My man, the Italians say no. Let them eat it in Canada where they exactly. Keep that in British Columbia. Do not pass the border. Keep that in BC, British Columbia, where right now it's probably negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're losing the mustache on your face. No, My man Bradley, pineapple on pizza all day, especially a ham and pizza, pineapple pizza. Really, Bradley? Bradley, I think you need a hug, bro. Honestly, I think you need a hug. Look, virtual hug for Mr. Bradley, virtual hug for Bradley. But I guarantee you this. Since Bradley likes pineapple on pizza, when we do Yankees Morning Brew and live event next year, because we will be having a few of them, I'll make sure that I have a pineapple pizza, and it's specifically reserved for Bradley. Nobody can have any of Bradley's pineapple pizza. How about that? But yeah, let's talk about it, because some news came out the other day. I wouldn't say news, right? An article came out from my guy Felix from NYY News talking about the possibility of Mike Trout requesting a trade, right? Not that Mike Trout is going to be a Yankee, right? Not that Mike Trout wants to be a Yankee, right? Mike Trout requesting a trade when it comes to the LA Angels. So with that idea of Mike Trout requesting a trade, let's have the conversation. Do I feel that Mike Trout's going to be traded to the Yankees? I don't know. Right now, I'm going to say no. If it happens, it happens. But personally, me, if right now, no. I'm saying Mike Trout isn't coming to the Yankees. But let's have the conversation. When it comes to the possibility of Mike Trout being traded, the Rangers right now, they're in a situation where they are going to be sold, right? Artie Moreno is selling the LA Angels. That right there is a fact. Take that, put it on the wall when it comes to the Angels. When it comes to the Angels, also, Artie Moreno, he is on the table. He is on the hook for over $100 million because of fines from the city of Anaheim. That man, Artie Moreno, over there is a charlatan. So Artie Moreno has to sell the Angels. If not, the Angels, when it comes to renewing their lease for their contract, they're going to get denied for the renewal of their lease because Mr. Artie Moreno has done so much bad backdoor dealings. The city of Anaheim don't want nothing to do with him at all. So when it comes for that, we can acknowledge that Artie Moreno will be selling the Angels. That's a fact. It's just going to be when. If you are a new owner who's coming in, right? Yes, Mike Trout is probably, if healthy, one of the best players in baseball. But if you are a new owner or a potential owner coming to buy the Angels, do you want to deal with all this baggage? You got Anthony Rodon's horrible contract. You got Shohei Ohtani, most likely going to be traded during the season. If you're going to buy a new team, you're going to want to start off with a clean slate. Now, the only way I could see Mike Trout being traded from the Yankees, being traded from the Angels to another team, is that if that other team is willing to take on Anthony Rodon and his horrible contract going forward. Because when it comes down to a Mike Trout deal, it's just going to be like Giancarlo Stanton. If you guys remember the Giancarlo Stanton trade, Giancarlo Stanton had a no-trade clause, just like Mike Trout has a no-trade clause. Giancarlo Stanton just came off of a season where he was the National League MVP. How many MVPs are traded? The season that they won the award, not that many. At the beginning of the season, you tell people Giancarlo Stanton is going to win the MVP and be traded in the offseason. Not that many people will look at you seriously. So let's put that in perspective. When it comes to the Angels, they have to get rid of all of these bad contracts. All of this dead money that is on their books. They're still paying money to Josh Hamilton. They're still paying money to Josh Hamilton. Do you think a new owner wants to come in, have to deal with the Josh Hamilton, Josh Hamilton still being on their payroll, still getting paid? Anthony Rodon being injured, still getting paid? Mike Trout with his back injuries. Now, when it comes down to it, Mike Trout, he's from South Jersey. He's from the Southeast. He's from South Jersey. So he grew up a Phillies fan. According to the reports, and this is from my man Ruben and Felix at NYY News, according to the reports, the three teams that he requested a trade to are the Phillies, Yankees, and the Mets. Now, everybody wants to talk about people's sources. Listen, NYY News TV, they've been doing this for a while, especially Felix. I got to take people from what they say. If a man says this, or if a person says this, I'm going to take it face value until proven otherwise. Am I going to get my hopes up? No, I'm not going to get my hopes up, because like I said before I even started this, was that I don't think Mike Trout's going to get traded. At least right now, I don't think Mike Trout's going to get traded. Mike Trout has 8 years left on his contract, making about $35 million each year. If the Yankees were to trade for that, that's literally having Mike Trout for the same amount of time and the same amount of years that you're having Aaron Judge -1. Would a Mike Trout and Aaron Judge lineup look amazing? Absolutely. Absolutely. But just like Ivan just said, shout out to Ivan Manny in the chat. No way I would take on Rondon's contract. And that's the kicker. It's all going to come down to money. Touch on the chat real quick. Yeah, because of a new owner. Because the new owner came in. So when it comes to that, yes. Just like when a new owner comes in right now with the Angels, they're not going to want to deal with a high payroll. They're going to want to start off from scratch. Absolutely. Whoever's going to trade for Ohtani or Trout, you're gonna have to take that Rodon deal. That's you're gonna have to take, because it's all gonna come down to the Angels trying to shed money for their new owner that's gonna come in. That once this new owner comes in, this is the thing. Once this new owner comes in, every fine, every debt that Artie Moreno has, it goes to that new owner. So every fine that the LA Angels are having right now, every debt that the LA Angels owe to the city of Anaheim, all of that, once the new owner comes in, it goes right to that new owner. Artie Moreno is off the hook of it. So if you're a new owner, you're going to want to pay your debts that first year you take control of the team. When you buy that team, that first year is not about profits. That first year is not about putting a reputable team on the field. That first year is cleaning up your facility, paying off whatever fines and whatever debts you have, and making sure that that stadium is up to code to the city of Anaheim's liking. That's going to be your first year. Your first year as a new owner of the Angels is not trying to put a competitive team on the field to compete for a championship. No. Once you buy that team, your first year may even leak into your second year, depending on zoning issues and stuff like that. Your first year is going to be dealing with the mess that Artie Moreno left for you. That's going to be your first year. Like I said, I don't think Trout's going to get traded right now, These are just all speculations. This is just us just having a conversation. Like if we was in the bar, cracking a beer, having a conversation, just talking, this is exactly what it is. I don't claim to be someone that has sources, right? Me personally, I don't. I'm just a LARP that sits in his house, injured from work, and I play Pokemon and Fortnite. That's what I do. That's who I am, right? I go out there on Twitter, I see what I can, and I try to make sense of it, right? But like I said, there are people in this industry on YouTube that do have sources, that do know people. So me, I don't downplay anyone. I don't downplay no one's when it comes to their sources, right? Until you prove to me that you are a lying sack of you know what, I'm gonna believe you. That's just me. I may be a Virgo. That's just me. But I want to shout out the chat one more time. Michael Osborne is in the building. Mikey Mike, what it do? What it do? What it do? He said Reynolds, just players, Trout, money, and players. Yeah, I feel you. Hold on. Wait. I thought I saw something. Mr. Fritz Walter, what it do, baby? Fritz, what it do? Li Yankee King is in the building. My brother Li, I hope all is well, my guy. My man Dick is in the building. Dick says no way they trading Trout. They're already going to lose Ohtani next year. The team will have no value without Trout or Ohtani. Well, Dick, if you if you look at the LA Angels, their promotions for next year, all their promotions, all their Shohei Ohtani promotions are all right before the trade deadline. There's no Shohei Ohtani promotions for the Angels next year after the trade deadline. So, yeah, Shohei Ohtani definitely will be traded. Before the trade deadline, he's most likely going to walk if he stays with them. I doubt that they're just going to keep him and let him walk without getting anything in return. So, he's most likely definitely will be traded, my man. Let's see. My man Blue says Brian Reynolds will be a free agent soon too, and he will be an old free agent like Judge was. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Brian Reynolds is 26 right now. Yeah, so Blue definitely has a point with that. My man Li Yankee, do you play God of War? I haven't. Those one of the games that I'm trying to get into, but I haven't gotten the new one. I've been trying to catch up on the lore before jumping into the new one, Li. But if you play God of War, let me know what you think of the new one. If you got the new one, brother. Mr. Fritz Walter said, but Trout and Reynolds are just dream castles. Yankees leadership should have checked that a long time ago. Cannot start this season with another losing off season. Yeah, I agree with you, Fritz. And the thing too, when it comes to it, just so people know, at 11:30, the open panel will be starting. I'll put the link out just so people can join. Whoever wants to join, you're more than welcome to join. Just know, got some ground rules. Just got to respect TOS services. Can't be cursing. Can't be rude and nasty to other people because, yes, this may be the Yankees morning brew, but the Knights of Dejan, it does have a table, and I do have people that I have to answer to when it comes to certain issues, right? So, yeah, as long as everybody can be respectable to one another, right? Respect everybody's takes. Understand that it's not a debate channel. It's not a debate show. You're not going to come up here to debate. No, you're just going to come up here, give your take, and we're just going to have a nice conversation because why? I love having nice conversation. Mike Osborne, 3 years of control on Reynolds. Yeah, but I think what Blue was saying is that Reynolds right now is 26, maybe 27, and by the time he becomes a free agent, he's going to be almost the same age as Judge, which, yeah, 27 plus 3, yeah. And Ivan says, I don't think Reynolds is worth the prospects. When it comes to Reynolds, and shout out to the person who was in the chat on my last video. I forgot the name. Hold on. Let me just pull it up real quick because they had something amazing to say. Hold on. My man, the Big Japple with a J. Now, he said you have to look at Reynolds' OPS and OPS plus in order to see the value of his ceiling. Last season, he had essentially abysmal 6 to 8 week start of the season, which was true. He was bad for the first 8 weeks. But then he finished the season incredibly strong and ended with an OPS plus of 126. He has a career OPS of 842, which is 20% better than the league average hitter, which is solid facts. Also, keep in mind that he has played his entire career on a paper-thin lineup that offers him zero protection. It's nearly impossible to accumulate 100 RBIs when your teammates don't get on base. 100% true. 100%. You can't argue against that. When it comes to the Pittsburgh Pirates, who's his protection? Miguel Andujar? Miguel Andujar was his protection. Listen, this is no shade on Miguel Andujar. Hopefully Miguel Andujar has a successful major league career, wherever that be, whether it be with Pittsburgh or whether it be with someone else. But the thing with Reynolds is that it's going to cause prospects, and it's going to be more complicated than we think, because like they said, the Pittsburgh Pirates, they want more pitching prospects. They want pitching prospects. That's their priority. They want pitching prospects over position prospects. Right now, the team that can offer him the best pitching prospects is the Dodgers. The Dodgers have way better pitching prospects than the Yankees. And when you look at the Dodgers prospect pool in their top 10, they have a lot of starting pitchers in that top 10 when it comes to the top 10 in prospects. So the Dodgers may be able to give them better pitching prospects, but the Yankees still have the better position prospects. Now, the way Brian Cashman is going to have to make this work out is that he calls up a team, try to trade for their pitching prospects to send them over to the Pittsburgh Pirates in order for us to get Brian Reynolds. But when it comes to that, it gets a little bit tricky, because if you are a major league team and somebody is calling you up about your pitching prospects, you're not doing a 1-for-1. You're not trading, okay, well, I'm going to give you one pitching prospect for Austin Wells, and okay, we have a good, no. If you're trading for somebody's pitching prospects, you have to give up one or two prospects. Austin Wells, who is a top 5 prospect, and another prospect that's in between 10 and 20. That's how you're going to make it work. And for me, that just may be a little bit too much. I'm not sure if Brian Cashman could get that creative when it comes to pulling off a trade for Brian Reynolds, right? But I don't want Brian Cashman to hold on to prospects like he did back in the days. The reason Luis Castillo is not on this team is because Brian Cashman didn't want to trade Gleyber Torres. And now everybody's talking about trading Gleyber Torres. Oh, we got a Michael Caputo shot. Michael Caputo, what it do, baby? Yes. We are doing an open panel later on today. Caputs. Hold on. Dick is saying, I'd rather go after Max Kepler. The Pirates want a Soto-type package for Reynolds. Yeah, and right now, I know we joked about it. I know I had a conversation about Max Kepler, but with all the options that are left, there's hardly any. There's hardly any good options. Max Kepler will probably be the best option that you got going forward if you don't trade for Brian Reynolds. I brought up Yastrzemski, but Max Kepler is a way better player than Yastrzemski. Way better bat, way better glove. The only thing about Max Kepler is that he's just a better version of Aaron Hicks. He strikes out less than Aaron Hicks. He still strikes out. I think the Yankees messed up by not signing Yoshida and having him play left field. That's just me personally. But I don't know. I just don't know. They may be trying to work out a trade with the Kansas City Royals for Michael Taylor, but Michael Taylor, he's going to make you defensively one of the best defensive outfields in baseball, if not the number one outfield in baseball. They're trying to trade Domingo Germán for Michael Taylor from the Kansas City Royals. I think I'll make that move. I'd rather, but this is the thing. Who would I rather have, Michael Taylor or Max Kepler? When it comes down to it, Michael Taylor is a phenomenal defender. Gold glove defender in center field. Move him to left field, he'll do tremendous. It's just Max Kepler, he's a left-handed hitter. If you look at the advanced analytics, he did hit a lot of balls into the shift. So this may be a possibility that we catch lightning in a bottle for Max Kepler, or we catch lightning in a bottle for at least the first couple of weeks of the season until people figure out how to pitch to him. Is he going to come over and is he going to be a superstar also? Absolutely not. It's not going to even come close to what Brian Reynolds is. But right now, he is an upgrade over Aaron Hicks. Like I said, Michael Taylor is a great glove, but it's a weak bat. But like Tat says, if Taylor is a stopgap till we see Correa or Dominguez, I can see that working out. Absolutely. Because when you look at Jason Dominguez, and for some reason people are just want to trade Jason, which I don't. Jason Dominguez, he shot his way up 3 levels last year. He started off in low A. He shot himself up to high A, and then he shot himself up to double A. So he went through 3 different levels last year. Jason Dominguez, when the Yankees signed him, it was that COVID season. So he missed a whole year at 17 going on 18. He missed a whole year of development. He came back last year, and you saw that right away. Granted, he wasn't the only major league player that had a year off. I understand that. He wasn't the only young player. I understand that. But he was 17 going into 18, and he missed a whole year of development. His first year in a professional season washed out the window. My man Mike Caput says, I will campaign for Manny Machado until we get him. Listen, with the way that the Mets have been spending Caputs, if Manny Machado is a free agent, if he opts out, the Yankees need to do whatever they can to sign him next offseason. But like I said, let me put the StreamYard link in the chat for people. You guys could jump on for the open panel. But like I said, everybody, please be respectful to everyone who's on the panel. If you're going to come on the panel, if somebody else is talking, let them finish what they're saying before you cut them off. Before you interject your point, let that person finish what they're saying. And as well, like I said, let's be respectful. Let's abide by YouTube terms of services, because I'm not trying to get nothing happen to this channel. So let me put this in there. And we'll take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. What it do, Nick Nation? What it do? KOD Universe, stand up, and all you DJs, wake up and get your coffee.
I'ma slam on these goats like I'm John Starks. I'ma slam on these goats like I'm John Starks. I'ma slam on these goats like I'm John Starks. I'ma slam on these goats like I'm John Starks.
First and foremost, let me bring my man L.I. Yankee King in the building. L.I., what it do, baby? Salute, salute, salute. And of course, Mikey Mazza in the 4-Train Express. Mikey Mazza, I see it's cold up there in the Northwest, bro. Make sure you stay warm. Put on some toesies. Make sure you take care of them toesies. Eric Wallace is in the building. Another one from Seattle. Oh, Eric, it can't connect. I got Ivan backstage. Yes, Ivan, just give me a thumbs up real quick. I just want to make sure it's you. Copy.
Hey, yeah.
Ivan, what it do, baby?
What up, dude, man?
Salute. Ivan, just want to make sure who in the chat are you in the chat? Or what name you in the chat are you?
Ivan Manny.
Ivan Manny. There we go. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. Salute, Ivan. Hope the holidays as well. Salute, L.I.
Yeah,
salute, Mikey Mazza. And of course, we got the one and only Michael Caputo's in the building. Caput, what it do, baby? Caput, what it do?
Been a long time.
Hope all is well, Caputo. Hope the family is well as well. I appreciate everybody joining the open panel. Like I said, let's keep it sweet. You know what I mean? Let's just throw it around. I'm gonna start off with Michael Caputo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start off with Ivan. Since this is Ivan's first time on an open panel, I start off with Ivan. Ivan throw it over to Caputo, and Caputo throw it over to L.I. and then to Mazza. Ivan, when it comes to this off season, my man, what's your thoughts? Where are you in your head right now? And what do you want this team to do, baby?
I like Jake McCarthy a lot. He's controlled through 29. He's a center fielder. I have a fear that we're going to lose Bader in the offseason because there's going to be a lot of people that want to after him. I mean, I know he likes to be in New York, likes to be a Yankee, showing up to the Knicks games, Rangers games, and everything else. and he's a solid player. But Jake McCarthy's got a high ceiling to me, man. I would give up decent prospects. They want Torres, and I would make that happen. You shred payroll, you get a good player for long term that's controlled. That's a lefty that we need in that lineup. To me, that's the guy that I would go after.
Yeah, nice. I've been a big fan of McCarthy ever since, breaking this down between Varsho, McCarthy, or Alec Thomas, who to get. I've been leaning more towards Alec Thomas because he is, just like all three of them, they're all three center fielders that could play
great defender
or whatever.
Great defender.
Yeah. The
but
thing about Alec
we need
Thomas,
offense, man.
No, that's the thing. The thing about Alec Thomas that he could profile into that leadoff hitter that we need. When it comes to Alec Thomas, he doesn't strike out. He has a high barrel weight. So when it comes down to it, he was a second prospect in the Diamondback system, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe we could trade for him, harness something. We never know. But I'll throw it over to Capoots. Capoots, my man. Yeah. Same question going your rain after you're done. Throw it over to my brother Ella.
Okay, yeah, man. We need a left fielder in the worst way, and I think I love the Jake McCarthy thing. I want him or Brian Reynolds, but it seems like this Brian Reynolds, they want an arm and a leg for this guy. I don't know if they're going to pull this trade off. They want too much.
They want you, Caputo. They want you.
Three. They want three top prospects, and I don't know. It may hopefully it could still get done, but they need a left fielder, and I still want to trade Donaldson. I mean, the third base is a question mark, man. Yeah. But this is the same lineup as last year. If we're going to run out Donaldson and Connor Falefa, this is the same lineup, the same team as last season. I love the Rodon move. Very excited about that move. But a problem wasn't the pitching; it was the hitting. So we need offense. And also, I'm going to campaign for Manny Machado. I want Manny Machado as a Yankee.
Oh yeah, we started that campaign early, Capoots. We started that campaign early. Ally Yankee King, same question going your way, brother. And let us know what's the 20 trades that you got ready to go for the Yankees to improve this team, my guy. You got that smile because I know you got at least 5 trades up your sleeves, baby. Let's go. Let's hear it.
I don't know if I got 5 up. My sleeve is pretty short because I'm wearing short sleeves. But the offseason so far has been a success. We signed Judge back, which needed. We signed Rodon, which thank God we did not sign Verlander. Because I had a fear that if we signed Verlander, he was just going to go, my scabula. Kind of old man Verlander. But, is that me?
No. That was me on my end. My fault. Go ahead, bro.
Okay. I was worried. But, now, if we could make some maneuvers to cut some salary, because let's be real, Hal Steinbrenner is not going over 273. He's going to stay under that He's going to want to stay under that 273. So we're probably going to see some salary cut. But other than that, obviously it's been a success. But Caputo has the Manny Machado train. I have the Gregory Soto train going.
All right, I see you. Good old Gregory Soto train.
I wouldn't want another reliever. I want another.
I wouldn't mind Gregory Soto or David Bednar if we work out a trade with the Pirates for Reynolds. Let's see if we could get David Bednar included in that also. The only thing, and I'll throw it over to Mazda, and then we throw it right back to Ivan. The only thing when it comes to the tax threshold, Li. Yeah, he does. We may think he doesn't want to spend over that 273, but one thing people got to know is that once the season starts, that MLB national TV deal where it covers every game, that's worth over $2 billion. So at the start of every season, every major league owner gets a check for $100 million. That $100 million, that goes to pay for your taxes. That goes to pay for all of that. That's $100 million you're getting just from opening up on day one. But let me throw it over to Mikey Mazza, my brother Mazito. Maz, what's good, baby? Then throw it over for another convo. Go ahead.
All right. So I like the whole Jake McCarthy thing, but after seeing what Arizona just got for Dalton Varsho, I have a feeling that either Alec Thomas or Jake McCarthy are going to cost just as much. So that's my fear. Now, if we're talking about getting a left fielder, I know that Brian Reynolds is going to be 30 by the time he's done with his contract. But Brian Reynolds' OPS and OPS plus isn't that bad.
Fantastic.
Plus, he's a career 281 hitter, which is saying a lot. That's not as bad as most people think. Plus, it's easier to move a center fielder over to the corner outfielders and the corner outfielders into center field. So that would be a much better transition for us to do that. And as for the Gregory Soto thing, I love that idea. Go out and get Gregory Soto. Go out and get David Bednar if you can. Because you can never have too much pitching. And those guys are bona fide closers, and you can put one of them as the closer for the back end of that bullpen, and we'd be just as good in the bullpen as we were yesterday.
100%, bro. 100%, bro. When it comes down to the McCarthy deal, I think it may be cheaper than Varsho, just because Varsho did have a better season than McCarthy did last year. That's the only reason. It may be just a little bit cheaper, not by much, but it just may be a little bit cheaper. Eli, you got something to say before I throw it out over to Ivan?
One thing about Bednar.
Go ahead, baby.
I don't think the Yankees really need Bednar, because we have so many right-handed arms. Soto, the reason I said Soto was because we only have Wandy Peralta as our left-handed reliever. We got Schmidt, Marinaccio, Canely, Weissart, Holmes, Loasiga.
Yeah,
So
we have a bunch of right-handed. Yeah, we have a bunch of right-handed relievers coming out of that bullpen. Gregory Soto will be an upgrade, no matter if it's just to have a lefty or just to have a reliever. I think Gregory Soto is one of the top 10 relievers in the American League. He's a phenomenal reliever. The reason why I like David Bednar, and I looked up these stats last night. Guys, go on Fan Graphics to look it up. Actually, David Bednar was better against lefties last year than he was against righties. He gave more home runs up to right-handed hitters last year than he did to lefties. It may be that he faced more right-handed hitters than lefties, but when you look at his numbers through Fan Graphics, he did pitch a lot better against lefties than righties. But yeah, to your point, Eli, I think we need to add another lefty in that bullpen, whether it be via trade or free agency, because we just traded Lucas Licky yesterday to the Braves, and we did get back an infielder who has tremendous speed. So that could be a sign of something on the rise. Ivan, I'm going to throw it over to you, my man. With all these trade rumors going on, everything you hear, let's go down the rabbit hole, right? That's what we do here, right, baby? Let's go down the rabbit hole. But Mike Trout, Carlos Correa, Manny Machado, who do you want? What's the possibility?
One of them is going to be
Yankees.
And
then throw it over to Caputs.
I was going to say one of them is coming to the Yankees.
If one of them was coming to the Yankees, I'd choose Machado. But to me, next offseason, Denver's is out there. I'd rather give the money to Denver's and steal from Boston. I mean, he's 27. Machado's at 31. Machado's great. He has a chip on his shoulder. I love the way he plays, but I don't know. He's going to be going towards the back end of his career. I want somebody right in their prime. I want Denver's bad. That's the guy that I'd choose over Machado personally.
For me, and I'll throw it right back to you, Ivan. It all depends who we have at shortstop, right? Because when it comes to Rafael Devers, the only thing that we can knock him on is his defense. His defense is way less superior than Manny Machado. But the reason why he's more appealing than Machado, one, he's younger, and two, he's a left-handed bat. You put that lefty bat in Yankee Stadium for 81 games out of the season, God knows what could happen. Go ahead, Ivan. Continue, baby.
I'm with that. Machado's great. I wanted him last time. I mean, what a stud. The guy's such a defender. And he has fire about him. There's something about his passion that he just wants to win. You can tell.
Yeah.
I guess being stuck in Baltimore all those years makes you hungry.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. And I saw this on a Reddit thread while going through Reddit the past couple of days. And Caputs, I'll throw right over to you after I say this. Yeah. But I wouldn't be surprised if Manny Machado ends up in Queens with Buck Showalter. That was the manager when he was a rookie. That was the manager that he always speaks about with high praises, that even though he was acting up as a kid, he said he would have been a lot worse if it wasn't for Buck Showalter.
That's why I hope Correa goes there.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Manny goes over to Queens to reunite with Bucky. But Caputs, I throw it over to you, then throw it over to LI after this. What's up, Marza?
I got to dip. I got to get back to work, but I just want to pop on and say what's up to y'all. Much love to all y'all. I'll be going live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if y'all can make it. But I'm gonna have tats on, I think. So
I'll definitely pull up for that one, Mikey Mazza. If I don't see you, if I don't speak to you, brother, I love you. Happy New Year's, baby. Be safe.
Happy New Year, kid.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yep. Later, baby. Kaput, same question going over your way to throw it over to my man Li. When it comes to all these trades, when it comes to all these rumors, who do you want? What do you see, and where are we going with it?
I think that we're definitely going to get either one of Machado, Shohei Ohtani, or Trout. I think one of those three is going to be a Yankee. As a matter of fact, I think Mike Trout's going to wind up with the Phillies because, Mike Trout is a diehard Phillies fan, and I'm hearing that, the speculation that he wants to either go to the Yankees, Mets, or Phillies. So I think he's going to wind up in Philly, and you got to be careful. Mike Trout, I mean, of course, we all love to have Mike Trout, generational player. He's a legend. I would definitely take him in a heartbeat, but he's got that back problem. So I would take Machado over Trout, but either one of these guys, either one of the three I want in the Bronx. The Yankees have to make this happen. They can't, be cheap. I mean, Steinbrenner's definitely proven he's spending the money this year. He's finally, doing what his father would definitely do. But you got to get one of these three here, Ohtani, Trout, or Machado. And I think that's the game changer. And I think if they get one of those three, the Yankees will definitely be a true World Series contender, and they'll win the World Series. If they get one of these three, it has to happen.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, Caputo, and credits to you when you brought this up, when it comes to the Yankees' exit from the postseason, it's not because our starting pitching has been bad, right? Yes, Aroldis Chapman gives up walk-off home runs to Altuve. Yes. But besides that, our bullpen hasn't been horrible. Our starting pitching hasn't been bad. It's all been our offense disappearing and getting quiet in the offseason. Eli, I'm throwing it over to you, and then throw right over to Ivan. When it comes to all these trade rumors, Trout, Machado, Correa is still out there, weaving the weeds. Where are you going? Who do you want? And what do you see happening?
I see the Yankees probably turning to Max Kepler.
No, God, no.
Because
I hope not.
let's say this is the cheapest option. And I have to give a reality check to Yankee fans. The Brian Reynolds trade does not at all make any sense for the Yankees. Let's think about this logically. Okay, we trade for Brian Reynolds. Yeah, we got Reynolds. Downside: Peraza, Cabrera, Volpe, Dominguez, Will Warren, and Clayton Beater. Bye-bye. 2023 ends. Yay, we're either eliminated. Crap, we're eliminated by the Astros again because we have no depth. And we look at our infield. Oh, crap. We have only DJ, Torres, and Rizzo.
It puts us in a bad spot. It puts us in a bad spot. If we give up all these prospects in order to get Brian Reynolds, like I said multiple times, and shout out to the chat, shout out to my man Pete Simonetti is in the building. Petey, what it do, Petey? What it do, baby? My man Tim King is in the building. Tim, what it do, brother? When it comes down to the Brian Reynolds trades, and I've said this multiple times, if we had the pitching prospects to trade with Pittsburgh, get the deal done. But the thing is, Pittsburgh wants pitching prospects, and that's just one thing the Yankees do not have. We gave up all of our pitching prospects when we traded for Frankie Montas, and that didn't work out for us, right? So when it comes to the pitching prospects from the Yankees, we are very if not have nothing down the pipeline. I know we got Will Warren. I know we got Clayton Beaters. Those are phenomenal prospects, but those are bottom top, if not out of the top 10 prospects. They're not in the top 5 like the LA Dodgers have when you look at their prospect pool. Go ahead, Eli, before I throw it over to my man Ivan.
And the reason I said Cabrera is gone is because teams are going to look, either it's the Pirates or another team that we have in a 3-team trade is going to look at Cabrera like, I want that. If I give you my pitching prospects, I want Cabrera. I want an MLB ready guy. Not Trey Sweeney, who's about a year and a half away. Give me Cabrera now. And if we had Ken Waldichuk or Hayden Wesneski, I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. Trade them for Reynolds. Whatever.
100%.
But we 100%. Don't have them, so
we don't. If you look at this past MLB draft, the Yankees drafted 2 position players and 2 outfielders. One was Spencer Jones, another one I forgot this kid's name, but besides that, everyone else was starting pitching, if not a reliever. Right? My man Blue, he said Caputo was in his boxes like me. Listen, I think all 4 of us are probably in our boxes right now. It's business up here, party down below, right? But I throw it over my bro Ivan. Let's wrap it up before we dip out through one more round. When it comes to, we talked about Jake McCarthy. I really love that move. The Yankees can make it happen. But let's talk about the bullpen right now, because that's something Eli and Michael Caputo, they both brought up before Mikey Mazza dipped out. When it comes to this Yankee bullpen, Who are you going with to close? Who are you going to make the closer? Who's going to be the setup guy? And do you think we need to add 1 or 2 more pieces?
I'm about adding. I want them to add. I want the best bullpen in the league. I mean, the Astros are solid when it comes to the back. I brought up that, MLB Network had a mock trade of Torres for Liam Hendricks and Garrett Crochet.
No,
I mean,
I like Garrett Crochet. I just don't like Liam Hendricks. I've never liked Liam.
I don't like Liam Hendricks.
Fan of him.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I can understand why, but I think they need to just make that bullpen as strong as possible. Another lefty like Soto would be good. I think they don't have enough, Yeah. If it was me, I think Michael King is great, but I got to see him healthy, and I got to see him for at least half a season before I put him in that back.
Well, Ivan, I'm not sure if you're on Instagram, right, or you have Instagram access to Instagram. If you do, go to Michael King's Instagram, check out the picture that he posted on Christmas, because it was his right elbow that blew up. When I saw that picture of him taken with his wife, he didn't have no cast, he didn't have it in a sling, he didn't have nothing. It looked good. It looked good. So hopefully that leads to good stuff going forward into the into spring training.
Who do you think is going to win the shortstop job? I mean, it's got to be one of the kids.
Oh God, yeah, we'll add that into the conversation as well. Right. For me, when it comes down to it, I think the Yankees are going to stick Volpe in AAA just so they can get that extra year of controllability. Yep. You know how major league teams love to mess with the player's service time? Yeah. Even if Volpe hits over 400 in spring training, has a phenomenal spring training, hits over 400, 6 home runs, I still think the Yankees are going to send him down to AAA with the excuse that he only had 112 AAA at-bats last year. So they're going to want to have him at least 50 to 75 more at-bats, and that equals out anywhere from 15 to 20 extra games.
And he struggled a little bit.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning when he got to AAA, but then the last week he like killed the ball. Caputo, same question going your way, and include what Ivan asked also. When it comes to the bullpen, who's the closer, who's the setup guy, and who's the starting shortstop for you, brother?
Okay. Well, the bullpen, I think our bullpen is set. I wouldn't worry about a closer because I think that's. I wish getting a bullpen guy would be like our only problem. I wish that was our only problem. I think we need to get this offense fixed. The offense is the main problem on this team. The rotation's great. Sorry for the barking, my dog. Yeah, the starting pitching and the bullpen I think is set. I think they're great. I mean, we could use another like a reliever. I mean, I want a closer, but I think that's the least of our problems. I think we have to fix this offense. Left field, third base, shortstop. I mean, those are the holes. I know they're going to play Volpe or Peraza at short, but they have to get you have to move Donaldson, and hopefully, it works out for them at short. But if you could move Donaldson, that's what opens the door up for Manny Machado. That's why I want to bring in Machado here. Or, I mean, I guess Rafael Devers, but I mean, they have to fix left field and third base. So those are the two. I think they'll be all right without, adding another reliever because they have so many arms in the bullpen. And I don't think they need to worry about the bullpen. It's the offense.
100% can't disagree with you when it comes to Josh Donaldson, and this is my gripe with Josh Donaldson, right? Yeah. The excuses that I've heard from Brian Cashman, right, in this offseason, talking about, Josh Donaldson was one of the best defenders at third base, should have won a Gold Glove. Listen, I think all 4 of us can agree that when we traded for Josh Donaldson, I don't think the 4 of us thought we're trading for Josh Donaldson for his glove, because we already had Gio or Surla there. I think all 4 of us can agree that when we traded for Josh Donaldson, we at least thought at the bare minimum we would get 20 home runs in the
he can't hit, man. He's got no bat.
At bare minimum, bro. So I don't want to hear about his defense. We didn't trade for him to be a defensive whiz for us at third base.
We need contact hitting. We need contact hitters. We have enough home run hitters on this team. We need guys that are line drive gap hitters. Hit the ball to the opposite field hitters. We need those hitters. We don't have enough of them. Who do we have? DJ LeMahieu. We lost Benintendi. So we need more of those type of hitters that hit the ball to the opposite field, like DJ LeMahieu. I mean, the guy's got to stay healthy, but they need contact hitters. They have too many home run hitters. Look at their batting averages. From 1 through 9, 220, 250. Do they have any 300 average hitters on this team? There's all like That's
I agree. I agree, Caputo, and that's why I'm more upset about this whole Josh Donaldson thing because one of the big things is that his strikeout numbers. He's going to help us when it comes to striking out. He had the most strikeouts in his entire career last year with the Yankees. But Eli, I'm throwing it over to you, baby. When it comes to the bullpen, who do you want to close? Who's your setup man? And like Ivan said, who's the starting shortstop going into opening day?
My bullpen would be.
Hold on 1 second before you go, Eli. My fault. Hey, Blue, we're gonna wrap up the open panel soon, but next week, not next week, the week after next week, we'll have another open panel. I'll make sure we'll do the open panel every other week. All right. So on Thursdays, every other week would be the open panel. Everybody is more than welcome to come on. Ivan, anytime you want to come on, brother, you're more than welcome to. Caputo and Eli, you guys already know open door policy when it comes to the open panel. Yeah. Go ahead, Eli.
My bullpen would be Marinaccio, Schmidt, and I'll go. I want another lefty.
That's what I think we're missing. Hold on, Eric Wallace was backstage. Eric Wallace, it just had a buffering that you was trying to join. Sorry about that, Eric. Like I said, and after next week we'll have another open panel for you to jump back on. My apologies.
Offense.
Go ahead, Eli.
My closer is Clay Holmes. I don't know why people just forget how good Clay Holmes is. Mm-hmm. The dude is disgusting. The dude is nasty. Our closer position is fine. Mm-hmm. And to Ivan's MLB trade thing, I'm like, I don't want Liam Hendricks.
Understandable.
I don't want Gary Crochet because that gives us another lefty.
Yeah, I love Crochet. If we could get both of them, Hendricks and Crochet, and we flip Hendricks to another team, I'll be down for it, bro.
Yep, but my back four is Holmes, I want Soto, Lois Siga, Canley.
Boom.
That's my back four.
Boom. Who's the opening day shortstop?
Oswald Peraza with Anthony Volpe going to third base.
Nice. For me, I think Volpe, and this is the one criticism that people have of Anthony Volpe, his arm, right? And I understand this offseason, he's been working on his arm strength. I eventually see Anthony Volpe as a second baseman if he doesn't up his arm strength. If he comes into spring training and he's throwing 95 miles per hour like Jose Reyes did back in the day, keep him at shortstop. But I think that's the one issue when it comes to Volpe. He can field with the best of them. He can field with Peraza. He's a very good glove. It's just his arm, right? Do you want to risk that arm at shortstop or have him at second base where he could be comfortable?
The better defensive shortstop is Peraza. That's why I give it to Peraza because he is graded as our best defensive player in our minor leagues, even with the infielders and the outfielders. So that's why here you go.
Yeah. No. I 100% agree. I think Peraza will eventually be the opening day shortstop. But Mikey, you had something to say before I throw it over to Ivan, bro?
Yeah, I was going to tell you that I was going to ask you two things. I was going to say, do you think this is it for the Yankees offseason? Are they going to add more? And I was going to say, who winds up with the Yankees next season, Machado, Ohtani, or Trout?
Most likely, I think it will be Manny Machado because if you look at this team as it's constructed right now, Josh Donaldson, his contract, whether we keep him or trade him, he'll be gone by next year. Oh, right? So when it comes to that, he's out of here.
Correa now? If that falls through with the Mets, you know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about a scenario like this. If Correa doesn't go to the Mets, I'm afraid the Mets might get Manny Machado because, he's the third baseman. That's what I'm afraid of. Yeah. So I hope Correa does end up with the Mets because if he doesn't, then the Mets are going to jump on Manny Machado.
That's exactly what Ivan said. But Ivan, bro, appreciate you coming on to the panel for the first time.
Much.
Appreciate everybody coming on to the panel. Eli, Michael, Caputs. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to keep joining every other Thursday when I have the open panel. But Ivan, since it was your first time here, brother,
thanks so much for having me.
Make sure take us out, baby. Take us out because we about to wrap it up right now. So just give us a farewell and a farewell send off.
I just want 28, man. Let's all go for it. This is the year. I just feel it. I feel it, man. They made some good moves. They just need to finish off, get one more guy. But I am totally in agreement. We have too much power. Power hitters are mistake hitters. There's less mistakes in the playoffs. We need contact. Benintendi would have been great, but he didn't want to be here. He didn't want to be here. Even when we traded for him and he came here, you could see it. He didn't want to be here.
Yeah, when we traded for Andrew Benintendi, he had a 321 batting average. When he was with the Yankees, he batted 252 for the rest of the season. Yeah. That goes to show you he could have handled it in the Bronx. And I wish him all the best. I wish Andrew Benintendi, Benny Blanco for the Bronx. I wish you all the best, but it just didn't work out. But like I said, Kaput, appreciate you jumping on, bro. If I don't speak to you, if I don't see you, Happy New Year's. Li as well, brother. If I don't speak to you, if I don't see you, Happy New Year's. Ivan, my man, Happy New Year's, brother. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Of course, baby. Anytime. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome anytime I do the open panel to jump on an open panel. But let me give some shout outs before we dip out. Chris the Flash, my brother Chris, what it do, baby? Salute to you. Eric Wallace, my man Tyler Tabbitt. That's my boy Blue. Blue, make sure in 2 weeks, like I said, you come up and join the panel. 19 Con, man, is in the building. 19 Con, what it do, baby? Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Tim King of Jordans, Gregory Soto and them Glaber Sweeney. That's a fair deal for me. 100%, bro. Appreciate you, Tim. Appreciate you, Tim. Who else I got here in the chat? Mr. Fritz Walter. Happy New Year's, baby. Happy New Year's. My brother Pete Simonetti was in the chat. Happy New Year's to you as well. Uncle Tats with the Pinstripe Chronicles. Happy New Year's, my guy. Albert Wheeler was in the building. Albert, Happy New Year's, baby. For Jay was in the building. Listen, Jay, Happy New Year's, brother. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. Appreciate everybody who tuned in to this amazing episode of the Yankees Morning Brew. This open panel was amazing. Seeing Michael Caputo. Wish my man's Caputo everything well. But guys, this has been the wrap-up for 2022. 2022 has come to a close. Yankees Morning Brew will be back 2023. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure you tune into tomorrow. NYY News TV Get Yanked at 4 p.m. Like always, peace, prosperity. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. And this is your first time, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help the boys out trying to get to 2K. And like always, peace out. I forgot one thing. And I know this person is going to kill me for this. I forgot one more time. Halal, I apologize. I forgot to play Halal's hot take. But here it is. My boy Halal's hot take.
What is going on, Yankees Morning Brew? Welcome to Hilal's Hot Takes. My name is Hillel, and today we got a lot to talk about. But before I get into that, if you are not subscribed to the Knights of DJ channel, what are you doing? A lot to come in 2023, a lot of fun stuff, content related, and I can't wait to see it all come out and what is going to be for an awesome 2023 MLB season and the rest of Knights of DJ. And let's get right into it. So we're going to start talking about Mike Trout. Honestly, I don't know a ton about what's going on with Mike Trout, but I have seen rumors that he could be going to the Yankees and all this stuff. Now, it does make sense because the Angels are looking to sell. Whether that the Yankees are going to be on him, I'd say no, being that the Yankees are pretty much locked in with Harrison Bader, and I like that in center field. And I think the price, if they're not willing to give up Volpe, they're not willing to give up Dominguez, the price is going to be way too high for the Yankees, and the Yankees don't want to take on another one of those massive contracts. I think it would be a major mistake if the Yankees go out for him. That's not really my hot take for the video. I have a bunch more coming up. I just want to give my opinion on that. But next up is Brian Reynolds. We've heard a lot of rumors about trades, and it's been very quiet right now as I'm recording this about rumors for Brian Reynolds. It is coming off holiday weekend, which is understandable, but it's very quiet in Yankee world, and we know what happens when that is. So I just want to put that out there. See, maybe we could have a trade coming up soon, being that it's so quiet. Obviously, it's definitely a lot has to do with the holidays, but we could see a big trade coming soon. Whereas for Brian Reynolds, Max Kepler, or one of those other big names on the market. But we'll see what the Yankees can do. I think Brian Reynolds is probably number one option. But I do want to talk about one more thing before we kind of wrap up this short episode of Hill's Hot Takes, and that's a bunch of guys who I think are going to bounce back. Let's start with Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger, Chicago Cubs. I had Yankees, Hector from Yankees Morning Brew on actually my show. So if you guys do want to check that out, do be sure to check that out because we did talk a lot about the Cubs and Cody Bellinger. But I'm a fan of Cody Bellinger. I really think he does have a massive potential to bounce back with the Cubs. Being in a smaller market, and I really think that could be a perfect fit, and he really could bounce back with Chicago, maybe even lead them to a postseason slot. Another guy is Joey Gallo. Yankee fans know him very, very well and don't get along so well. But if he can thrive in Minnesota, that's something that I personally would be happy to see. I'm not one of those guys that's going to go start hating on Joey Gallo. Even though he didn't give us a ton of production in New York, I still, you can't hope for a guy like him to do bad. He put in the work, he put in the effort. So I think if Joey Gallo can do well in Minnesota, that would be so nice to see as a fan. As long as he does bad against us, that's completely fine. But looking forward to seeing Joey Gallo thrive in Minnesota, hopefully. Being that the shift's going to be off, I think that definitely is going to happen. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hector, back to you.
And thank you, Hilal, little buddy. Happy New Year's. Peace out.